Most yoga teachers think the hack to keeping class fresh is coming up with something new every week. But the real hack is repetition with subtle variation, not total reinvention class to class. I'm Sage Roundtree, and I help yoga teachers plan classes with confidence using proven frameworks. After 20 plus years teaching and training over 1,000 teachers, I've learned this. Your students don't need you to be constantly creative. They need consistency with small, intentional variations. By the end of this video, you will have the exact approach I teach in Mastering the Art of Yoga Sequencing, my mentorship program, for keeping the same lesson plan for a month while making subtle shifts that create depth, not boredom. I'll drop the link to my free Greatest Hits lesson plan in the description so you can see exactly what this looks like in practice. Here's what most yoga teachers get wrong. They think repeating a lesson plan means teaching the exact same class for weeks in a row, so they're afraid their students will get bored. But repetition doesn't mean identical. It means keeping the same container, the same poses in the same 4 quarters of class, but making small shifts in how you present them. Let me show you what I mean using my Greatest Hits lesson plan. This is my back pocket sequence that I've taught hundreds, if not thousands of times. Students of every age love it, and I teach it differently every single time. The warm-up is a sequence I call 6 moves of the spine, supine, one leg. It involves lying on your back and slowly working your spine and legs in every direction. You can follow along with it at the video linked in the description if you like. This consists of the same poses every time, but in the first week that I present it, I might guide students through slowly with lots of description. In the next week, I don't need to say as much and I let them move at their own pace. Week 3, I might have them pulse into the twist, then hold it longer. And in week 4, I could speed up the rhythm and make it more flowing. It's the same poses, but different presentation. Now, in the standing quarter of this class lesson plan, there's a tree pose with a side bend. In week 1, I could teach it plain, just the basic shape. In week 2, I might add the option to make it harder by standing on blocks or a blanket for extra challenge. In week 3, I might layer in a back bend before the side bend. And then in week 4, I could reverse the order, side bend first, then back bend in the tree pose. It's the same shape, but a different emphasis. In the mat segment of class, there's a head to knee flow. It's got head to knee pose, revolved head to knee, Lord of the Fishes twist, and stargazer. In week 1, I might take each pose on one side, then switch to the other. In week 2, I could pair them, so head to knee and revolved head to knee together, then twist and stargazer together. Then in week 3, I could go in reverse order with these pairs. And in week 4, I could do all of them, but maybe with more pulsing or a hold for more breaths in each shape. It's the same sequence, but a different rhythm. And this is what I mean by repetition with subtle variation. You're not changing what movement categories you're teaching. The 6 moves of the spine, the 4 lines of the legs, the 2 core actions, what I call the 6-4-2, are all still there, balanced and complete. You're just shifting how you present them. This is the R in my S.E.R.V.E method. Repeat your sequence over time. And it's the principle that creates the biggest mindset shift for teachers, because you've either been taught or have caught the idea along the way that good teaching means constant creativity. But here's what actually happens when you repeat with subtle variation. Your students get better, and you become a better teacher. Let me tell you why this approach works both for your students and for you. For your students, repetition is how learning happens. Think about your favorite restaurant. You don't go there because they completely change the menu every week. You go because they do certain dishes really well, consistently. That doesn't mean they never add seasonal specials based on what ingredients are fresh and available, but their foundation stays solid. Your teaching is the same. When you repeat a base lesson plan, your students will stop spending mental energy trying to remember or guess what comes next. They can drop deeper. They can refine their alignment. They can feel the difference between week 1 and week 4. And here's what I love. By week 3 or 4, you'll see your students start moving ahead of your cueing. They know what's coming. They're anticipating the next shape. They're choosing their own variations before you even offer them. Y'all, that's not boredom. That is mastery. When your students know the sequence, they're not performing for you. They're practicing for themselves. They're going internal instead of looking around the room to see what everyone else is doing. And for you as the teacher, repeating a lesson plan means you stop spending Sunday nights scrolling Instagram for inspiration. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop arriving to class frazzled. Instead, you show up present. You can see your students. You can refine your language. You will become a better teacher because you're not performing a brand new sequence. You're guiding students through a practice they're learning to own for themselves. The teachers with the most loyal students aren't the ones teaching the flashiest sequences. They're the ones creating a container their students can trust. So how do you keep a lesson plan fresh for yourself and your students without drastically changing the poses? Here are the levers you can pull. Lever 1, pacing. Week 1, teach it slow and steady. Week 4, speed it up and make it more flowing. Or do the opposite, start energetic and finish mellow. Lever 2, the order. If you have a sequence of poses, try reversing the order or pair them differently. Instead of taking each pose on one side, then the other, group them so you do 2 poses on the left, then 2 on the right. Lever 3, emphasis. Hold one pose longer. Add an extra breath in a different shape than you did last week. Layer in some additional element, like adding a back bend before a side bend or a twist after a forward fold. Lever 4 is options. In week 1, you might teach the base version of the shape plain. In week 2, you might use props. In week 3, you might add a spicier variation for students who want more challenge. In week 4, you can give all 3 options at once and let your students choose. Lever 5 is the rhythm. Change how you cue it. Week 1, you'll probably want to give lots of description and guidance. Week 2, you could focus on linking breath and movement. In week 3, you could cue less and let students move at their own pace. Then in week 4, you won't need to say much and you can offer some silence and space. Notice what you are not doing. You are not swapping out movement categories. You're not teaching back bends one week and twists the next. You're not reinventing the wheel. You're keeping the same balanced, complete container. Warm-up, standing, mat, finishing. With all 6 moves of the spine, forward, back, side to side, round to round. All 4 lines of the leg, the front, the back, the inside, the outside. And both core actions, core stability and core mobility. And you're seasoning it differently. This is cooking, not just following a recipe. You've learned the techniques. Now you're improvising with confidence because you understand the fundamentals. And this is exactly what I teach in Mastering the Art of Yoga Sequencing. It's a 6-month mentorship where we go deep into this approach, how to build balanced lesson plans using the 6-4-2 framework, and how to repeat and vary them using the S.E.R.V.E. method. You get live mentorship calls, personalized feedback on your sequences, and a whole library of lesson plans like the Greatest Hits lesson plan that you can use and adapt so you always know what to teach and how you can teach it. If you want just the ready-made dishes without the culinary school, the Prep Station membership gives you a movement library with over 140 sequences. They're built in this exact approach. You can grab one, teach it for a month with small variations, and focus on showing up for your students instead of planning from scratch for every class. The Prep Station is $39 a month, and it's designed to be your teaching sous chef, getting the prep work done for you so you can lend your creative magic to your lesson plans using the solid recipe. Here's my question. I want to know, what is harder for you? Having the faith and the discipline to actually repeat the same lesson plan, or coming up with subtle variations to keep it interesting? Let me know in the comments. Download my free Greatest Hits lesson plan in the description to see this approach in action. Then, if you want to learn the full method for building and varying lesson plans with confidence, join Mastering the Art of Yoga Sequencing, my 6-month mentorship where we dive deep into the S.E.R.V.E. method and 6-4-2 framework. Links in the description. If you want those ready-made sequences to use right away, the Prep Station gives you the movement library, a custom GPT to check your work, and monthly live calls with me, $39 a month, link below. And pick up my book, The Art of Yoga Sequencing, to understand the complete philosophy behind this approach. If you'd like to learn more, in this video, I'm breaking down the 642 framework so you can audit your sequences for balance. So come through to hear about that. Thanks for watching.